Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Caseyleighreiki. I'm Casey. Today we're going to be doing a video that's a little bit different. I wanted to do a check-in for soul-to-soul connections. You could call it divine masculine and feminine if that resonates with you. I like to call it soul-to-soul connections just because it could relate to so many different things. So that's what I'm going to call it. This is just going to be for anyone who resonates, totally applicable to anybody, okay? This is just going to be, I'm pulling the energy for you, the viewer, and for the person that you're connected to or thinking of while you're watching this video. Before I get started, please keep in mind, just like with my monthly astrology videos, that energy is fluid, it's not linear. So when I pick up on things and I say, this is your energy, it could be the other person's, right? You could switch the roles if necessary, okay? And when I do say, divine masculine, divine feminine, they're all energies that we have within us. It's not just bound to one particular person based off of sex or gender. This is just an energy. We both have masculine and feminine within each of us. So oftentimes on a twin flame journey, you could be watching these videos for another person, or you could be watching it for unity within the self. If you're watching a masculine reading, this could talk about the things you need to take action on, or things that you need to accomplish maybe, or ask for, be more assertive about. Whereas feminine might be a little bit more about healing, going with the flow, how to get back to center. You get the deal, okay? So what I want to do is do both the cards right next to each other, right? So I'll have like you and then your person is what I'm going to be aiming to do. First and foremost, before I do absolutely anything, we're going to start off with the Psychic Tarot for the Heart. There's this deck right here. I tried to do a video for masculine and feminine yesterday, and it didn't feel right. Like, I just felt like there was something, I don't know, maybe missing. So I'm hoping to do something a little bit different today. But again, take it however it resonates, right? The label doesn't really matter. It's just that, if you vibe with it and it makes sense to you and it fits your story, great. That's what we want. All right. Labels aren't important. So this is you and your person, just to check in, seeing where we're at, okay? So before we even start, we have number 4, heart chakra at the bottom, and healing begins under that. There's the heart chakra, and then you have healing begins as well. So already pretty crazy to me. And the two of them together, a 4 and a 6 equaling a 10, so end of cycle. Just tapping into the energy already, I really feel like there's just like this longing for the other person. So I feel like one of you or both of you are missing each other, missing a person here. There's just a longing, like deep longing for someone. This connection, whatever it is super potent or strong, because I just feel like already, right off the bat, especially with heart chakra right at the bottom, it's like I can feel the weight in my chest of missing this person in your life. And for a lot of you, I feel like you're not in communication with them, or they're not actively in your life, and this is a person where it's almost like the one who got away, kind of. I do feel like whoever's watching this, there's hope, at least in your heart, that this person will return. Could be vice versa. Take it how it resonates. There is hope that this person will return. I don't think it's ever gone away. But it still hurts and still makes you sad when you are thinking about them. There's still a lot of pain. There's a lot of lingering energies within the heart chakra. I feel like this is an energy of, I don't know if I'll ever be able to move on, because this person is the one for me. It's the person who, when someone asks you, what's your ideal person look like? Like, what's your ideal spouse look like? You describe what would be everything about this person. Like, they just fit the bill in every type of way. They just hold such value in your life, and I feel like it's going to be really hard for you to ever really leave that behind. It's just going to always be in the back of your mind. You're always going to think about it. Always going to think about them. I don't think that your heart really ever closed that wound. It's still very much so open. Let's get a card for you and a card for your person. Do a little bit of a prayer while I shuffle these real quick. So archangels, guardian angels. Mother Mary, please allow me to be a clear channel for messages for the viewer and for their person. Allow me to bring forth whatever is of the highest good for my viewers today. Messages of healing, of truth, and of love. I just heard like clarity, like something's not clear. Thank you for your guidance and protection. Something's not clear. Something was left unsaid. Something, it's my cat scratching the little scratch post. Things were left unsaid. It wasn't finished. There wasn't closure. It just feels like there was no, look, you have coming together, which would be like the Two of Cups. Hopefully that's the case for you guys, right? But you also have trust. Wow. Which is like the Fool card. Trust and coming together. How crazy is that? Wow. Oh, I have massive chills. Spirit wants you to trust that there will be some sort of reuniting at some point, but I don't feel like it's right at this moment. For all of you, it could be very different for all of you. So we'll see what happens, but I definitely feel like swords energy, like Ace of Swords. Like the ace isn't here, but it needs to be here. It needs to come through. The Ace of Swords, it was like, they're telling me it was like, it was left, like it was lost, it was abandoned almost. It was like, you never got that. You never got that, and that's a reason why this wound has stayed open for so long. Because for a lot of you, I feel like it's been really long. I feel like it stayed open for such a long period of time because you never got the answers you needed. You didn't get the guidance you needed. You really had to kind of figure it out on your own and come up with your own conclusions to things. I feel like, man, my heart hurts so much. I feel like this plagues you guys a lot. It's always on your mind. It's always in the back of your head. You're always like, almost like wondering, like, where will I be when this person like returns, you know? And like thinking about, man, it makes me cry so much just tapping into that energy. I feel so heartbroken. Where am I going to be when this person comes back? Like, what are all the cool things I'm going to get to tell them again? Like, it's like these, like, snippets of conversations that I feel like you're thinking about or daydreaming about of, like, oh, like, I never got to follow up with them on this thing. Like, I wonder how so-and-so's doing. I wonder how their family is, or if their mom ever did this thing, or if their sister did this, or whatever. Like, you just, like, genuine curiosity. Like, you just want to check in with them and their family. Like, I feel like you guys don't have this mentality that they're gone or that they'll ever be gone, no matter how long it truly has been. It is a feeling of, you know, when they come back, it's going to be like, hey, you know, remember that show that we were watching? And, you know, we never got to watch the finale together. And, you know, I want to go back. And it's like, you want to go back and watch it with them. Like, you just want to pick up right where you left off. And it would be, you would be able to do it. Like, it would be fine. I feel like the connection has never been fully severed, no matter what happened on the other side. No matter what happened on the other side of things, the connection was never fully severed. I feel like you just think about it all the time. Like, oh, when they come back, I want to tell them how this turned out for me and how I did this and how I did that and da-da-da and all the things that I've done while they've been gone. It's not like I want to tell you all the things that I've been doing, you know, when I went off to go do this thing. It like doesn't feel like a choice. It's like you're like, okay, like, so sad. They're shoulding. Oh my god, they're showing me like a golden retriever. I don't know if you have a golden retriever or this other person might have one, or they just have like dogs. Someone has a dog or something, and it's like that excitement. Like you get to go back and be like, oh, how's so and so, whatever their name is, or yeah, you want to catch up with their pets. And they're also saying that there's like this energy of like you are like you have this, God, you have this like undying, like, unconditional love for this person that could never compare to anybody else. Wow, this is hard. This is really, really tough. And it's like you have that energy of the golden retriever. It's like this innocence. Where, like, when you leave, you know, or rather when they leave, it's like you have that energy when the dog is just like lost without their owner, you know? It's like the dog is lost without their owner and they don't know what to do and they think they're gone forever, XYZ, and they don't know what to do. And it's like it's that object, like, permanence, you know? This person's not in my sight or my vision, so they're gone forever. But, you know, it's like, if you can do like what that card said, that like trust energy with the Fool, it's like if you can trust that they're going to come back, if you can trust that there's still something there, if you can trust your intuition that there's still something left to be said, there's still something left to be talked about, there's still something left to be, you know, sought after or whatever, there's just still something left, that when they show up, you're like the golden retriever when their owner comes back. You know what I mean? Like, you're in that energy of like, it doesn't matter what happened, it doesn't matter what went down, it doesn't matter what was said and what was done, it just doesn't matter. Like, it's just like the love that you have for this person is so undying, so unconditional, that no matter what happens, if they came back tomorrow, you would just be really happy to see them. Man, you guys are killing me. This is hard. This is a tough emotion to feel. I could just see, like, they're just showing me like someone looking at their partner, like they're showing me the female looking at the male, but it doesn't have to be that way. Take it as it resonates. Whichever is the feminine or masculine doesn't matter. There's just one person looking up. I feel like it's you guys, like, looking up at this person, just like wide-eyed, just like nothing could change the way that you feel. Nothing, not one time. Nothing could change the way that you feel about this person. And unfortunately, I feel like it's almost to a fault, you know? Like, no matter what they say or do to you, it's almost like it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't change your mind. You would forgive them for anything. They would be your ride or die. You would be theirs, and it's just like a love like no one's business. And I feel like if there is some sort of fairy tale love out there where you just look at another person and know that you've known them before so many times, like, that's this person. Like, you feel like this person has this integral part of you that there's no way anyone else could ever fill that void, not one time. And if, God forbid, you do have to live without this person, nothing's ever going to be the same. No one will ever compare, and you'll always compare everyone else to them. And maybe that's unfair for the, you know, third party, the other person who's involved with you, but it's just true. No one can ever fill those shoes, and no matter what they do to you or what anyone says about this person, it's never going to change your perspective. You're always going to see them as this beautiful fucking soul. No one will ever compare. You've just known them for so many lifetimes, over and over and over and over again, that, like, knowing this person is, like, truly feeling at home. I don't know what you guys are going through, but really, it's hard not to cry. The longing and the missing of this person. It just feels like it'll never stop until they come back. It's the same thing, like I said, with the golden retriever. The dog thinks that their owner has left forever, and it's just like they wait and they pace and they're waiting, just waiting for them to come back. That's what it is. You're waiting for them to come back. It's not that, like, you think that they disappear and you're like, oh, I guess I have to get over it now. Like the dog just thinks, like, where are they? Where'd they go? And that's what I feel like you guys are doing. You're like, they're off doing whatever, but, you know, they're gonna come back. They're gonna come back. You feel like that cord that you've connected with them energetically has never been severed. It's never been tied. It's like they're just busy right now. Oh my god, I don't know what to do with my hands because now I'm just like full on crying. Whew. I haven't really cried like this in a reading in a really long time. In a really long time. But wow, okay. Oh, okay. Oh my god, get it together. Wow, y'all are killing me right out the gate. Here we go. Okay. Wow. All right. Too lazy to cut this out and edit it, so I'm just gonna leave me crying in the video. All right. We're gonna actually pull cards now, okay? Wow. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's take a deep breath. Oh my god, okay. Let's tone it down, Spirit. A little too heavy right out the gate for me. I want to get your energy first, and then we'll pull a card for theirs, okay? And lost love. There's no feeling that compares to lost love. It's a pain like no other. I feel you guys. I understand. I do. Clearly, I understand because I'm feeling it like they're my own emotions. So clearly, I do understand. Okay, one more. One more. Okay. Wow. Oh, man. On the bottom, you have lead, which is like the emperor, right? So this is the, wow. This is like the divine masculine, right? Could be Aries energy, but this is lead. And then underneath that, number 5, 5 of Swords. But even though it's the 5 of Swords, which really talks about like loss, getting caught up in something almost, and like losing this battle, but the battle to me is usually always one of like ego, right? But with this, even though it's a 5 of Swords, I actually feel like this is the Ace of Swords because it's just the 1 in the photo. I hope you guys can see that. Yeah, it's just the 1 in the photo, and then it has the heart in the middle. So it almost makes me feel like that is the Ace of Swords. All right, let's actually just see if we can pull 1 for your energy currently. All right, let's get 1 card for the viewer and where their energy is at right now. There we go. Take the lead. This is like the 3 of Wands. So this is like pretty clearly like knowing what you want. This is knowing what you want and being patient. This is waiting for your ships to come in, knowing what you want. You've already made that choice. You know what you want. And it's the Emperor. It's your masculine or your divine counterpart or whatever, right? And which is funny because we had the Emperor on the bottom, which said lead, and then this says take the lead. 3 of Wands is like, I know what I want, because you're talking about coming from the 2 of Wands to the 3. So the 2 of Wands is about being at a crossroads. The 3 of Wands is now I've chosen one of these. I've chosen one of these and I know what I want to do. Okay? Oh my god. You have believe and succeed on the bottom, number 6, followed by third eye chakra, number 6, too, at the bottom for you guys. Look at this. This is what I'm saying. Believe and succeed. This is like the 6 of Wands. So this is like success and victory when you trust yourself, when you trust your intuition. And then third eye, of course, is intuition, right? So this is all about when you trust your intuition, when you trust yourself. If you're thinking to yourself like, I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, and maybe I just feel like they're coming back because that's what I want to hear, that's what I want to tell myself. I don't think that's the case. I just don't. I really don't. 2 6s, so you could be seeing 6 a lot. 6 to me is also a number of balance after hard times, because the hard times, the changes, are usually denoted by 5s. So it's like we go from 5 to the 6 of balance. Trust your intuition, because what you're feeling about this person is true. Okay? Now, let's get a card for the other person. Where is this other person at currently? Ooh, wow, okay, wow. So we have number 8, which is moving on. This is kind of like 8 of Cups. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's moving on from you, okay? It could mean moving on from anything, absolutely anything, okay? At the bottom, you also have coming together and change your focus. Wow. So it's like 2 of Cups, 5 of Cups, And then you have, this is for the other person now, Ace of Pentacles at the bottom, strengthening bonds. That's what this one looks like here. And then you also have Three of Pentacles underneath, reach out. Look at that, crazy. Followed by Seven of Pentacles, awaiting results. So this is really interesting to me. I'm not going to take them all, but so you have, yours is a fire card, right? Three of Wands, it's fire energy. It's kind of more like masculine, taking the lead. Granted, it can always be vice versa, right? It can always be switched. And then the other person here has like this Eight of, like the Eight of Cups energy. This is all cups, and then we have some pentacles here. And actually on the bottom of the deck too, we had the more purple energy. So you had both fire energy, followed by that third eye, the intuition, right? This person is all cups. Moving on, then you also have coming together and change your focus. So they could be moving on from something entirely different. It might not even be related to you. There's an up close, there you go, personal with the cards there. So it could be them moving on from something else because it says change your focus. So it could be anything. But then you also have strengthening bonds. So whatever they're moving towards could be you. Strengthening bonds. Ace of Pentacles is new opportunities for growth and expansion. Usually I don't say those words, but for some reason I feel like that's necessary. Usually I say like money, finances, career, whatever stability is, but I feel growth and expansion in some way. And then Three of Pentacles, because even though it says moving on, you have coming together, and then you have reach out. Three of Pentacles, the reach out energy. This is an energy of working together with someone. It's like working together to build something that's bigger than you, right? It's like almost contracting another individual for a higher purpose, a bigger purpose. And then you have Seven of Pentacles, which is putting in work and awaiting those results, being patient, manifesting the things that you want. So there's a lot of promising energy here on the bottom of the deck for them. Let's kind of see what's going on, and we can pull some actual tarot cards. So for you, for the viewer, I kind of want to use this deck here. Grab it. I think this is the Radiant Wise, if I'm not, mistaken. I think that's what this one is here. All right, let's take a look at this and see where you're at in your energy, okay? Well, you have the Sun, which is Leo energy. You have Queen of Pentacles there. Could be dealing with an earth sign. You could be an earth sign. What's going on in this person's energy field? I feel like you guys want to reach out to this person. Oh, look. Strength. More Leo energy. Really interesting. Whoops. Get in there. These cards are kind of hard to shuffle. Oh, look. That's the Five of Swords we were just talking about. Get in there. Yeah, these cards are super hard to shuffle. I haven't used them in a long time, but I was being called. The Magician, all about manifestation. I was being called to use these, so I went to go grab them. Whoops. Nope, 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 nope. I wish these shuffled a little more seamlessly, but they're kind of hard. All right, let's do one more. Look, there's that Three of Pentacles. See? Let's get some cards for where you're at right now. Where is your energy currently for the viewer? Almost. Wow, nothing coming out for you guys, huh? Ooh, there it is. All right. So you have 8 of Cups. Wow, that's really interesting. So there's some mirroring going on here, for sure. 8 of Cups for your energy thus far, right? It's also same energy, moving on or walking away. We can clarify as well, but I feel like it's just walking away because that's like what's best right now. Wow. 5 of Cups as well. This is that energy we saw on the bottom there. That was like change your focus. Generally, which is really interesting because we had that for the other side. So there's some weird mirroring going on here. Again, it could always be like switched. 2 cards about walking away. King of Cups. You could be a water sign. They could be a water sign. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Generally, that's Cancer for me. You have 8 of Pentacles here as well. You also have the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. There's your Emperor right there. Could be Aries energy. This is Divine Masculine energy. Wow. Look at that. Did I not say Ace of Swords was coming? It wasn't here yet, but it's coming. I knew it. I knew it. 6 of Swords. An energy of movement. You had that on the bottom of the deck too. It was believe and succeed in the other deck. And 7 of Swords. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Chariot on the bottom, which is Cancer energy, followed by the 3 of Pentacles as well. So there's definitely an energy here of, this is like the believe and succeed to me. This is like, I want to work with this person, and you're trying hard. I feel like it's quick. It's like, how do I find that balance of healing so I could get to my desired goal or outcome or whatnot? That's where I feel like you guys are right now. Chariot is real quick energy, but it's also about balance because you need to like see both these Sphinx in the front. One is black, one is white, and they are both blocking the wheel. So it's like if you can balance the both of them properly, you find that sweet spot in the middle, you can get the ball rolling, essentially, right? Oh, man, there are some heavy energies here, okay? So for me, what I feel like, this is really interesting. So I read them both down and I read them across, right? So we have 8 of Cups, 5 of Cups, and this King of Cups. It's a lot of water energy we have here, okay? This type of energy, I'm sorry if you hear some noises. I have neighbors that are like, the apartments are like wicked close. These types of energies make me feel like you are definitely leaving something behind that doesn't serve you anymore emotionally. It could be that there's a whole separate person in your life right now that you're connected with who is this King of Cups, which they might be a water sign and they might have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio in their chart, something like that. Or they could just actually exhibit these like qualities of a water sign. Usually the King of Cups person for me is going to be someone who is pretty emotionally mature or emotionally intelligent. This is, to me, someone who's offering their cup to you, is invested in you in some way, shape, or form, right? But it looks like with this energy here, like you're walking away from that though. You don't want that. Because 8 of Cups is like you have the 2 cups left. You want to leave behind what doesn't emotionally serve you. You want to move on to something better. 5 of Cups is like the changing focus. It's moving on and change your focus. It's like I've been here for too long, doing this for however long, clearly, with this person. It just feels like, it does feel like there's a lot of love from this other person, but it's exactly what I was talking about in the beginning. No matter how much love you're going to get from this person, if it's like the other person that you're with or involved with, it's never going to be enough. Because you're still dissatisfied. You're like your focus isn't there. Your perspective isn't on this person. It's almost like when you're comparing it to everyone else, you're never going to be happy. You're never going to find happiness, right? And then having this Eight of Pentacles followed by the Wheel of Fortune is like, I almost get the sensation of like, I'm gonna work hard until it's my turn. I'm gonna work hard until it's my time. Like, I feel like you're working so hard to push the wheel forward. You're dedicating yourself to, like I said, growth and expansion. That Ace of Pentacles that we had at the other deck, bottom of the other deck. You're working hard for growth and expansion, and you want to push forward. You want to get the wheel turning, right? Because you think that if you work at it hard enough and then you leave maybe the situation that you're in, it will ultimately lead to your Emperor, okay? Because the Emperor falls underneath the King of Cups. So to me, this feels like two different people. It could be the same person, okay? The Emperor could be Aries energy, or realistically any kind of like dominant, like fire sign masculine energy. The Emperor is someone who it's like his emotions are there, but like sparingly. They're two very different people, is the point of this. King of Cups is open. He's surrounded by water. He also is wearing this crown that's not as like fancy or show-offy as some of the other court cards. Like, look at the Emperor's like crown there. So it's almost like the King of Cups wears something that's a little more like casual because he wants to be revered as someone who is close with his people, who understands them, who understands like human behavior and emotions, right? The Emperor is someone who has to be tough. They need a tough exterior. So these feel like two totally different people for me. One person is very invested in you, it looks like, with the King of Cups. Emperor is just kind of cold. It's like you can't get through to them. I almost feel like with the Eight of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune, if I work hard enough, if I keep going, if I, push basically, and just put my head down, do my thing. And I think that's kind of what the Take the Lead card is about. If I do my thing and I bide my time, practice on my growth, my healing, expansion, it's going to move that Wheel of Fortune forward and get me to basically my fate or my destiny. And then at the bottom here, you have Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords underneath. You also have two eights. I just noticed that, by the way. So you could be seeing eights a lot. The other person has the 8, so there's already 3 eights if you want to look at the both of them together. The bottom row here is all swords. You have Ace of Swords, 6 of Swords, 7 of Swords. They're all swords at the bottom. So to me, I almost feel like this is kind of sort of like future or heading in the future type of energy. You have this Ace of Swords. The only card that doesn't fit to me is the 7 of Swords. And Ace of Swords is talking about that clarity. Aces are new beginnings or new opportunities, so we have that clarity, a moment for truth. It's like you're working to get your moment of truth, or your opportunity where truth will come to you, and you'll finally have that, right? You'll finally have that moment of like, finally, like the relief. And then having the 6 of Swords, to me, is like, once I get this truth, I can finally move on. Once I get this truth, I can finally move on, and I can leave behind everything else. It's like you are riding on getting this piece of truth or this piece of information that clears things up for you. This 7 of Swords to me is like, it could be like theft or deceit, dishonesty. It's like you're trying to take your swords and like get out like real quick, I feel like that's what you're trying to do. It's like you would pick up and leave at any moment, which is technically not super fair for this King of Cups, right? Let's take a look really quick at who maybe the King of Cups and the Emperor are, because it's like King of Cups, Emperor, 7 of Swords. So you might even have to make a choice between these two people if there is some sort of reuniting between you guys, right? Let's see. Who is this King of Cups? Let's do that. Who's the King of Cups for the viewer here? Oh, yeah. 10 of Swords for this King of Cups. Whoever the King of Cups is, you're not happy there. You're miserable there. I feel like a lot of it is kind of like your own doing of maybe even comparing these two people together who are just totally separate individuals. You also have Strength, which is Leo energy at the bottom again, right? Some 7 of Pentacles in there. Ace of Wands too. Look at how the Ace is showing up. you're almost like waiting for this big break. You're like, I have to be strong, I have to be resilient right now, and I'm gonna get my Ace of Swords, I'm gonna get my Ace of Wands, like I'm gonna basically like get my life back almost. But this King of Cups, ugh. Oh wow, okay, yep. Eight of Swords and the Ten of Swords. You guys feel like you are trapped. You're trapped in this. Like, you're trapped in this, like, rerun of this one, like, chapter of your life. Ten of Swords is like, it's like murky, like cloudy crown chakra energy where you're just like, you're in mental like turmoil. You're stressed. And then Eight of Swords is feeling like you're trapped. Although you're not. With the Eight of Swords energy, you're not. But that's a lot of aggressive swords energy, like right out the gate. One more. Oh my God. This person's got to go. The ending with you and this person, no wonder. Ten of Wands, two tens. You could be seeing tens, but this is confirmation that this is a burden for you. The King of Cups situation is a heavy burden for you. And realistically, no matter if they're a king or not, they're never going to be the emperor. Right? They're never going to be the emperor. Wow. That's burdens, burdens, endings, burdens, heaviness. Wow. Wow. Okay. Let's see who the emperor is. Who is this emperor here for the viewer? Sorry, this video is probably going to be a little bit longer than normal, but I hope it gives you some clarity. Wow, Knight of Wands in reverse. This is Sagittarius energy, by the way. This is exactly for the emperor. It's someone who doesn't show a lot of that, like that forward, like, passion, doesn't make moves. This person makes moves when they have to, whoever this emperor is, but they don't feel like this is the appropriate time, like, to move, or this could be like, you can't, there's a blockage, like, I can't describe it, it's like, I can't. There's something blocking you here. You have Knight of Cups at the bottom too, right, with Four of Cups. So to me, it almost feels like if you came forward with, this is another Knight also, so both cards about action, right? But the Knight of Wands in reverse is inaction in regards to passion, motivation, something fiery and, you know, filled with like love and desire. King of Cups is almost like this coming to show your love or maybe apologize or whatever. And I feel like you guys have the impression that if you try to do that, this person's going to feel like this, like indifferent, which is really similar to the way the Emperor sits, right? He's like, basically, like, he moves on his terms, he doesn't move on someone else's terms, and that's the type of feeling that I get with this. Hierophant, Taurus energy. This emperor is a person you still have a strong soul connection with, energetic connection. You're so connected to this person, and that's why you feel like they're gonna come back. You feel like it's fate and they're coming back at some point. Page of Cups. You want to express your love so badly to this person. But it's page energy it's small. So it's not like you want to come out being like, I love you. But you just want to come out with something to be like, hey, I'm here, I still love you. Like, you know what I mean? You want to come with something. It's a small token of appreciation or love or something kind of genuine, maybe even like a little flirty or something like that. You feel like you need to tell them, but you feel like you don't almost like measure up, almost kind of sort of like it's not going to be good enough for them because it's a page coming to an emperor. And then you have a knight with the knight at the bottom. So two knights and a page coming to the emperor. It's not the same. Like if a page came to a king, but the emperor's above the king. You put this person on a pedestal as being this type of individual. So the Page of Cups is like, this is like, hey, hi, like it's like small, like church mouse type of like energy towards this emperor. And you have a feeling, I think at least, you have a feeling that they might not accept it very willingly if you said something. So it's this very back and forth, like you're just kind of waiting for the moment to arrive on its own. And that's why the energy, I think, take the lead is coming out here, because it's like you can't wait for things to fall in your lap, kind of, right? Ten of Pentacles. Wow. This person's everything you've ever wanted, and that's what you want to tell them. I want to be with you. I want to create this with you. I want to create a life with you. You're the only one I want to do that with. You're the only person I feel like this will be successful with. This is having everything you can ever want. Stability and security, right? There's a Three of Wands. You have a Three of Wands right here, and then you have the Three of Wands in this deck mirroring each other here. You have the extra confirmation here for me. you feel it so strongly, like deep in your bones, that the time's gonna come. You know that this is the person for you, and the time will arrive. Ace of Pentacles under that. Yep. There's that Three of Pentacles. So much growth and expansion with this person. Ace. Room for growth. Three of Pentacles. Let's work together for this higher purpose. You have a soul contract with this person to fulfill. The Chariot. There's that Cancer energy again. You feel like everything relies on this. There's so much. Temperance, Sagittarius energy again. So you could have Sag in your chart. Could be them. Take it how it resonates. Patience with this though. Okay? Temperance to me is always patience, balance. Always. When you temper something, you take your time. Okay? All right, cool. And then let's just check out this Seven of Swords real quick. We'll get on over to the other person. So why is the Seven of Swords here for my viewer, for this person? Whoa. I'll take that. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, so we have Two of Swords at the bottom, and then you have King of Wands. Wow. So you might have to definitely make a choice between two people, like I said. Because you have Two of Swords, which is talking about logic versus your feelings. Head over heart, mind over matter. Like, it's that type of energy. You have to make a choice. But this person is ignoring their emotions when they're doing so. They're trying to be logical. They're trying not to let their emotions, like, get ahead of themselves, right? And then you have King of Wands underneath. I feel like, I don't know if this is a separate person we're talking about, or it could be this other King of Cups, but there's some sort of choice here, and I think this might be the person you're currently involved with. This King of Wands could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. For me as a reader, it's Leo. And then you also have you have Five of Wands underneath that, which is all about conflict. Conflict, struggle, just like not getting along with someone, fighting. There's a huge disconnect, and the King of Wands can be kind of arrogant here, and if they do exhibit some of that, like I said, King of Cups, they could have that heavy water in their chart, or if the two of them combined makes me feel like there could be some emotional manipulation. Okay, underneath that too, you have King of Pentacles. Wow. And then you have Queen of Wands under that. Here's the deal. I feel like the Queen of Wands here, for me as a reader, it's Aries. Could be any fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. I feel like this is you, no matter what your gender is, okay? And that's why the take the lead is there, because you had a lot of a lot of wands, a lot of fire energy. So I feel like this is you, knowing what you want and working towards it. And I feel like the choice is going to come down between the Emperor, who is also kind of like this King of Pentacles energy, and then this King of Wands. These are the two people I think that you are going to have to choose from. I think the Emperor is also the King of Pentacles, someone stable, again, because that's kind of what the Emperor is. He's like head honcho in a way. And this is, I think you're gonna have to make a choice between two people, basically, because also these two kings, I just noticed, these two kings aren't looking at each other either. So they're like totally separate, totally like looking away from each other. That Seven of Swords, you have Three of Swords underneath that, more swords energy. So like heartbreak, disappointment, like sadness, like all sorts of shit like that. Pain with it. And I think it's gonna suck to make this decision when the decision comes. Hello, I'll be done soon. I think that's why the Seven of Swords is here as a way of like almost like escapism kind of sort of, but I feel like you're just like ready to like pick up and leave at any given moment, like whatever happens. I feel like you're just like waiting. It's like you're just waiting at the door, like with your bags packed almost, kind of sort of, because then you have indifference. Like, I think that you're done with whatever the current situation is. I think there's not a whole lot left there to work with. It's like I'm like the pain's there, but like I'm over it. Like the everything is like whatever, done. And then you also have the Moon, which to me with the Moon could be so many different fucking things. This is feminine energy, but it's like the divine feminine. This is like healing on a really deep level. Also like secrets coming to light, like really heavy energy of facing your shadow side. So I feel like you're like, I'm done. Like it hurt really bad. It sucked. Fuck this. Excuse my French. Being totally over it, willing to just, like, I just want to forget about it, kind of. I want to move on. I want to do my healing and face this, like, shadow part of myself, like this chapter. I feel like you just kind of look at it as a chapter, and you're like, I can't spend any more time here. I've been in this chapter for, like, decades. And maybe not literal decades, but it just feels like it's ongoing for the longest time. So, yes, that's how I feel about all of that having to do with the Seven of Swords at the bottom. Just to make these relatively shorter, I'm gonna leave this here because this is a pretty long video, okay? And then I'm gonna make a part 2, which is gonna be for the other person's energy, because I want to be able to go into depth and really, you know, talk about these things with you guys. Plus, I had a really long channeling at the beginning, so that kind of threw us for a loop. I'm gonna leave this here for you guys. If you resonate with this and you like it, you feel like it's your story, please, I urge you to go check out part 2, because I'm going to be uploading that right after this. So go check that out. Should be uploaded by the time you watch this. All right. Love you guys. Hope this resonated. Hope it gave you some clarification. And I'll see you soon. All right, bye.